welcome back. So it is later in the day, but I just got the Lorac Pro Mega Palette in the mail, and I quickly put it on my eyes because I just had like a bare face. I knew it was coming today. I wanted to use it. I wanted to get this review up, so I'm filming this kind of late in the day, so hopefully I'm looking ragged basically. So I really wanted to get this review up and out because I know, or not review, but swatches and everything up, because I know this is like gonna be a hot commodity for the holidays. Now this is limited edition to Lorac. Right now it's only sold on LoracCosmetics.com as well as Amazon.com. There's been a lot of buzz of whether this is gonna be sold at Ulta. To my knowledge, it's exclusive to those two websites. It retails for $59 and it has 32 eyeshadows. So it's set up the same size eyeshadows, kind of the same size, like 2 rows as the Pro palettes are set up. So these first 2 rows of 16 shadows are all matte shades, and then these bottom 2 rows, so 16 shadows, are shimmer shades. So it has 32 total shadows. You're getting a ton of different in color range, and you're getting matte and shimmer. So 32 different shades. These are the exact same size like eyeshadows that come in the Lorac Pro 1 and 2. So just for reference, it is the same, like just a little bit, like if I put 2 of my palettes, it's just a little bit smaller, but it's like the same thinness as the palettes and the same type of rubbery material. And you know, it would just be like putting 2 palettes together basically inside. The material on the outside is, like I said, that rubbery type texture, which does allow to fingerprints and such. But if you're familiar with any of the Lorac Cosmetics eyeshadows, they're really pigmented, but they're soft. So a lot of people say powdery. I don't like to call them powdery because powdery to me means that they blend away. I find that these blend very smoothly and still remain pigmented. I love the way that they apply to the eye. Now, if you are familiar with my channel, I'm like in love with the Lorac Pro palette number 1. It's like my favorite palette of all time. I just think it has some amazing shadows. So when I heard that they were coming out with a Pro Mega that had like the 2 rows of the matte, the 2 rows of the shimmer, and it was like the same shadows as the Pro palettes were, I was like over the moon ecstatic. These shades are gorgeous, and you know, when they come out with holiday palettes, there's like always that worry or concern that the shades will not be the same quality, or like the eyeshadow, the product will not be the same quality as in the regular line. I can tell you right now, I've swatched all of these, I've applied them to my eye. They are the exact same as what come in the Pro palettes 1 and 2. So you're getting the same quality of eyeshadows. You're getting, you know, the palette with a large mirror, and 32 different shades. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch these shades and then look for some tutorials in the coming weeks. I do have it on my eyes today, and I'll show you as I talk about some of the colors. But what I love about it is like there are so many awesome transition colors. Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you. There are only 4 repeat shades. So out of the 32 shades, there are only 4 repeats, so 28 of these are new and exclusive that aren't seen in any other Lorac Pro palettes, or like the Pro, any of those little bitty ones released or anything like that. So there are 28 new shades and only 4 repeats. The repeats are cream, white, espresso, and black. Now, that's fine by me because I love those shades. Those are like some of my go-to shades, especially in the Pro Palette 1, which is where you see those shades. I wish they would have included the mauve, but they do have a shade that is very similar to the mauve, which is Dusty Plum. So I'm going to just go ahead and start swatching the shades so that you can see them, and I'm gonna get really up close. In my last video, people complained about how messy I got with the palette, but I'm telling you, this thing allows fingerprints. These shades are soft, so just like bear with me. I mean, for real, people. I'm just gonna swatch them, and I may be messy. I'll clean up the palette later. Try not to let it bother your OCD, and I'm gonna get to swatching. So let's get some close-up shots of these shades. So first I'm going to start with obviously the top row, and like I said, these are all mattes. What I really love about are some of these like colors like mulberry. I was really excited. I do have mulberry in my crease today. I have dusty plum in my crease. I have cream on my brow. So here are the first 4 shades: cream, fawn, sepia, and camel, I believe. No, camel and sepia. There are those 4 shades: cream, fawn, camel, and sepia. Then we have dusty plum, orchid, mulberry, and espresso, the last one. There are those shades: dusty plum, orchid, mulberry, and espresso. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next row. White, khaki, brown, and stone. White, khaki, brown, and stone. I'm going to move on to the lilac and these 4 shades right here. So lilac, wisteria, gray, and black. Very clever with some names: gray, black, brown. Lilac, wisteria, gray, and black. And I have wisteria in my crease as well. Beautiful shade. Was very excited about that shade. I love those like dusty plum, like purpley matte mauve shades. Alright, we're going to move along to the shimmer shades, and the first 4 that I'm going to do are these right here: opal, sand, copper, and sienna. I'm going to do these 4 right here, and then I'll move along to these 4 right here. Opal, sand, copper, and sienna. Beautiful shades. Opal, sand, copper, and sienna. I am obsessed with opal. It's just this beautiful, really nice yellow, creamy shimmer shade. No glitter, just pure like sheen. Okay, next I'm going to do apricot, blush, merlot, and indigo. Indigo has a little bit of a shimmer in it, and the rest of these just have a sheen. Apricot, blush, merlot, and indigo, which is so beautiful and pigmented. These all just take one little swipe to get the color. Apricot, blush, merlot, and indigo. So beautiful. Okay, now I'm going to move on to this last row: vanilla, cashmere, smoky topaz, and dusty rose. I do have smoky topaz on my lid today. So vanilla, cashmere, smoky topaz, and dusty rose. Vanilla, cashmere, smoky topaz, and dusty rose. All beautiful. Love these shades. All right, last 4 shades are granite, maroon, deep teal, and caviar. Granite, maroon, deep teal, and caviar. So my overall thoughts: I definitely think that this palette is worth it. $59. Totally worth it. It is limited edition, so please try and get your hands on it if you are interested in it. I'm hoping that with the major demand of this palette and the quality of it, that Lorac will consider making it a permanent thing to the collection once the holidays are over. But as of now, it's only limited edition out in the holiday collection. So I just wanted to really quickly show for reference the number 1 and 2 compared to this, just so you have a frame of reference. So the number 1 palette, which is the palette that there are 4 colors from the number 1 in the new palette, so just be aware of that, but that is the number 1. So as you can see, like mauve color, very similar. There's very similar, like orchid is a little bit darker than the light pink. The brown shade, this is, and khaki are just a little bit cooler than this taupe shade. Taupe is darker. Garnet is probably very similar to the maroon shade in this. So there are some similarities, but overall you can find a use for this palette. Or even if you wanted to skip the 1 and 2, if you don't own 1 and 2, I think that this would be a great one. Now let me show you 2. 2 is overall a much cooler palette. It does still have some warmer shades. It has some of those brighter colors like the purple. That is where I don't feel like this palette, like I think that they're missing a really great purple. The only purples that they have are the Merlot and the Indigo, but I think that this is a great one. It's got, like I said, the same consistency as the shades in the 1 and 2. I'm really happy with it. Just for reference, it does come like in, this is the packaging, the outer packaging. But $59 exclusive to LoracCosmetics.com and to Amazon. I hope I answered all of your questions. If I didn't, please leave it down below. Oh, this one does not come with a behind the scenes primer like the Lorac 1 and 2 Pro palettes do. Just thought I would throw that in. This just comes with the palette. Yeah, so. Shades were awesome, creamy, very nice consistency. I wouldn't say there was a dud in the bunch. That is it. Like I said, leave the questions down below if I forgot anything. I hope this was helpful to you guys. Look for some eye looks coming in the future, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will leave all the information down below where you can purchase it just in case you wanted a quick link. And I will see you all in the next video. Mwah.